Well, it's Rumble season, and lots of things, rumors are flying around, all sorts of stuff there. Hey, it's the Rumble. It's the best event of the entire year. 100%. I know people love WrestleMania. Hell, I love WrestleMania. I love SummerSlam too. I love Survivor Series, especially now they do like war games and stuff like that, which is fantastic. But the Rumble by far is the absolute best. So, because it's the Royal Rumble, is the predictions. Who do I think is going to win the Rumble? Who do I think is going to win the men's? Who do I think is going to win the women's? Who do I think is going to win all the two matches on the card? Right, of Cody versus Kevin and DIY versus uh, Motor City Machine Guns, and who will possibly be coming at the row for men's and women's? Who knows? I'm going to tell you who I think might be in the final four. I have no idea. This Rumble is a little hard to say. I mean, a lot of people right now are saying it's going to be Cena, but who knows? Anyway, this is DA Wrestling. I'm Andrew. Let's get going. On today's, like I said, on today's show, we're talking the Rumble predictions. Who, what, and who is going to win? It is taking place in Indianapolis, Indianapolis, where the Colts play at Lucas Oil Stadium. It's a nice venue. I'm not gonna lie, they've had a couple Super Bowls there. It's a lot of fun. Nice place. Anyway, they also have the NFL Combine there every year. Well, I hear they might be moving that sometimes. Anyway, not NFL talk, because God knows you don't want to talk about that too much, especially if you're, you know, Chiefs fans and Eagles fans, because God knows those guys there are really happy and everybody else is upset. But anyway, let's get at them. So, we're going to start off with the Women's Royal Rumble, because you know what? That one I think is very difficult to call, because you have the two champions, right? You have who's going to challenge Rhea, right? Who is going to challenge what's it called? Who's going to challenge Tiffany Stratton? Now, a lot of rumors going out there on what the possible card is going to be for WrestleMania anyway, because this is the road to WrestleMania. It's a huge thing. So, who do I think is going to win the Women's Royal Rumble? And who do I think is going to be my final four for this? And who do I think is going to be coming back or debuting? So, I'm going to throw that out there right now. It's controversial. It's kind of new. I don't know if it's going to happen yet, but it's why it's called the predictions. Who knows? So, I think that the winner of the Women's Royal Rumble is going to be Jordynne Grace. There, I said it. I know she just recites, but it must be people saying, Andrew, why would you say Jordynne Grace? She's just started with WWE. Why do it? Why? Why? Because you know what? I want to see Jordynne Grace versus Rhea Ripley. That's why. I think they put on an excellent match. I think by far it would be like you have a lot going on. Yes, they'd probably be two faces there, but you can easily turn Rhea Ripley heel or Jordynne Grace heel. Either one, doesn't really matter if you want to do that way. I think, in my opinion, that Jordynne Grace is going to win the Rumble. That being said, I think she's going to be in the final four. I think Charlotte's going to be there. I think Becky's going to be there. And I think a toss-up between Io Sky and probably Belair. Now, I gave you five. I said four, but I think it might even come down. But I say fourth one is kind of up and down. The reason I say up and down is because, quite frankly, we had the Jade Cargill issue, right? Belair, I think, is the one that hurt Jade Cargill, right? Obviously, that's just kayfabe, but I honestly think Jade Cargill is the one who got hurt by Belair's the one that hurt Jade Cargill. So, I think Jade Cargill is going to cost Belair the final four spot, right? In the final four, thus leading to probably Io Sky being the fourth one, or she's going to cause the elimination there. That's what I think is going to happen. I know it's a prediction; it's crazy out there. I think Jordynne Grace ends up winning by tossing out Flair, which gives Flair a legitimate reason because she'll to go in to the Elimination Chamber in Toronto and win it, so you get your Tiffany Stratton versus Flair match. which by far, as much as I haven't seen Charlotte Flair in a long time, I probably miss Charlotte Flair. I don't want her to beat Tiffany Stratton whatsoever. Not a chance. Right? Tiffany Stratton needs to have this thing for a while, a nice long run. That's who I think is going to win. That's who I think is going to possibly come back, though. I think Asuka's on her way back. I think Becky Lynch obviously will be back because I did mention her in the Final Four. Right? I did already say Jordynne Grace as well. But the one question I have, though, too, and who might come back is probably. Now, they said before that there's no plans for her. I think it's going to be Alexa Bliss comes back. I also think, too, you can get Ash by Elegance because obviously we have the TNA deal. So that's a huge part of it. So you might get Ash by Elegance. You also might get my personal favorite on TNA, Rosemary. That'd be great to have. And you probably get a couple people from NXT as well, like Fallon Henley, or you might even get Stephanie Vakir, right? And maybe even Julia. Who knows? But that's what I think right now. I think Jordynne Grace is going to win. That's going to win it. And why not? If I'm wrong, great. If I'm right, even better. Right? By the way, guys, too, if you're liking the content here on DA Wrestling, make sure you like, share, subscribe down below there, right? It's a little thing that comes up just on this side. A pop up, like so, to subscribe. Pop up like that, maybe even red. Who knows? Right? Hit the subscribe button down below there, guys. It's a small click for you, but a large click for us. We thank you very much for everything that you guys do and appreciate it. Now, moving on, though. DIY versus Motor City Machine Guns. Now, it's the 2 out of 3 falls match. I see Pretty Deadly being involved in some way in this because obviously they're in the cahoots right now with the DIY. So clearly they're not DIY. They're DI help. So, I think DIY wins this, right, with the help of Pretty Deadly. Because to be honest with you, as fast as they put on the Motor City Machine Guns with the titles on them, right, I think DIY needs a good strong run with this. I really do. I think they need a good strong run with the tag titles. But their feud alone, we better. If you want to put the titles back on Motor City Machine Guns, say in a few months at Clash, which is going on, I think, in Paris, or even SummerSlam, great. But I want DIY. I think DIY should have a good run with this. I think it'd be great for them to have. So I think DIY is going to win. Simple as that. Now, the Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens stuff. If you watch DA Wrestling on a regular basis, like he does, you guys know I mark for Kevin Owens. Not that I don't like Cody. I like Cody an awful lot. A lot more than people think I do, probably. Right? But I know Cody's going to win. So I'm picking Cody to win. Right? But I really want Kevin Owens to win. 100%. I want Kevin Owens to win. You know why? He hasn't had the title, he hasn't had a title run in a very long time. And he kind of got screwed with the whole Goldberg stuff coming back by losing to Goldberg in that 30-second match just so Goldberg could drop the title to Lesnar. I'm not saying that was probably the better match out of like the three. Well, out of the three, that's probably one of the better ones. Definitely went longer, right? But I would love to see Kevin Owens have a nice long title run. Plus, if you really want, you could have Kevin Owens even lose that title at Elimination Chamber if you really want to. I said long run, but yeah, you can still have him lose at the Elimination Chamber though, and have Cody turn heel in the process. Especially since for the Men's Royal Rumble, because I'm going to move on to that right now, because it works right in. My pick for the Men's Royal Rumble isn't John Cena. No. It's not Roman Reigns. No. CM Punk. Why is CM Punk? Cody and CM Punk, obviously, that's that stuff been brewing for a little bit there. They showed it a little bit on Raw. It's a good possibility. If you watch the Raw video, the video that I did a couple days ago, right? Check it out. It's probably right there at this point now. CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes is a viable option. You could turn Cody heel at this point. Because I think maybe a little bit down, he's dragging a little bit more as a heel, as a face thing. So my pick for the men's Royal Rumble is CM Punk. That being said, my final four is probably going to be CM Punk, Roman Reigns, obviously John Cena, and my fourth one is probably going to be either Drew McIntyre or Rollins. I say both of those two here because I think Rollins or McIntyre are going to eliminate Reigns with the help of The Rock. I think I think they want to do The Rock versus Roman Reigns match at this year's WrestleMania 41. So what a good way to do it. You have them eliminate Reigns. Then you have Punk eliminate both Rollins and John Cena to really stick it to Cena. And Cena can always go back too at the Elimination Chamber and actually get get a title shot at Elimination Chamber and go after Gunther if you want. There's nothing wrong with that. Give Gunther the rub. Great. Or you can even have him win that title against Gunther. I know a lot of people there who sit there going, well, why not Sami Zayn? Who's Sami Zayn versus Kevin? Why? Because Sami Zayn and Kevin we've done before. It's just this time it'd be for the world title. Right? Not saying I'm against Sami Zayn winning the title. I'm totally for it. But I still think it's the right time right now. That's just my opinion on it. Comment down below if you think I'm an idiot. Sure. Go ahead. But my pick right now is the CM Punk. I'm sticking to it. Right? But who do I think is going to be in the Rumble? Or who I think is going to show up and return? I got a list here. Let's go with. Because obviously we have the TNA stuff, right? I mentioned that earlier with the women's. So I think Joe Henry's going to be there, the TNA champion. Why not? That promotes the hell out of TNA, especially having the champion there. Right? I think it's a good possibility we might see Moose. Right? Maybe he's up for it. Hell. Bring back Abyss for one night. Why not? You know? Also, there's a good possibility we might see the Hardys. It's a stacked run, right? We might even see Matt Cardona. Okay? We might even see Nick Nemeth. Hopefully they don't call him Dolph Ziggler. But my last one who I think might show up at the Rumble depends on the contract situation with AEW, but I think Malachi Black might show. Come back as Aleister Black. The question is, though, about his contract, obviously, because obviously we know he's very good friends with Rhea Ripley. His wife is Zelina Vega. So there's a good chance he might actually be there. And if his contract did run out, because remember, when he signed at AEW, everybody thought he had a 90-day contract, 90-day no-compete clause. WWE screwed that up at the NXT thing because it was only 30 days. Right? And he showed up and took out Cody. I mean, why not? See Aleister Black come in there? Hell, I wouldn't mind seeing Aleister Black come back and cost Cody Rhodes the match. I'd be okay with that completely too. So, in my eyes, those who I think is going to happen at the Royal Rumble. It's a massive thing. It's the road to WrestleMania. We don't know exactly how this card is going to show. We think right now that the card to WrestleMania is going to be Cody versus somebody, possibly Punk. I think it might be Reigns versus Rock, depending on this Rock schedule, right? And he's played games before, right? We're thinking Becky Lynch somewhere in there. Rhea Ripley's there. Charlotte maybe versus Tiffany Stratton. I would love to see Jordynne Grace versus Rhea Ripley. I think that'd be a great match to have at WrestleMania. And you know what, you can have Grace win the title. At this point, too, in my opinion, as much as I love Rhea Ripley, she doesn't need the title. Jordynne Grace to get her over in WWE to beat Rhea Ripley for that title would put her over tremendously. And you even have a rematch at Backlash, Grace win, and then you just have Grace go. I'm going to do whatever she wants after that. Serious. Also, though, too. So those are my Royal Rumble predictions, guys. But one last thing, though. Honestly, the Hall of Fame was announced. It's big news. Triple H is going in as in the Hall of Fame, solo on his own this time. Well deserved. Obviously, the cerebral assassin, King of Kings. It's all about the game and how you play it. Uh, well done. That man's basically carried his back for the carried the WWE on his back for the past 2.5 years, even through all the crap that's been going on. Right, he built NXT up originally, became obviously the number, became a better show at the time than Raw and SmackDown when he ran it originally. So let's be honest, the guy's done a hell of a good job. It's rightfully deserved, and he, quite honestly, who else should else go in? Right? Who else should go in the Royal? Who else should go in the Hall of Fame this year? I know a lot of people have been, advocating for the number of years with Victoria. I think she should go in. Obviously, there was a contract that she did sign, a Legends contract with the WWE. I think she might be going in finally this year. Great, good job for her. But anyway, guys, that is my Royal Rumble predictions. That is my salute a little bit to Triple H. We'll talk more about that later, guys. Make sure you like, share, subscribe down below. Make sure you follow us on TikTok, right? YouTube, Spotify, Podbean, all those other places there, guys. Thanks a lot. Enjoy the Rumble. Watch for the Royal Rumble reaction video after we're done. Have a good one, guys.